So I just booked a one-way ticket to Slovenia. I've done next to no research and I'm about to go on a solo hike across the Balkans. This is the Via Dinarica White Trail, a 1,200 kilometer trail that goes from Slovenia to Albania. I don't really have a plan, I'm just hiking until I get bored or I run out of time. I've got no guide, no plan, and questionable maps. Let's see how this goes. I arrived in Ljubljana, Slovenia, where I was about to start the Via Dinarica White Trail. I took the city bus to downtown and had some errands to run before I started the trail. This place is already beautiful and I'm really looking forward to seeing what this trail has in store. I've heard almost nothing about what this looks like, so I'm really going into this blind. I am in Slovenia. I just went to the outdoor store and got a big old can of fuel. From what I understand, they're going to be rather difficult to find along the way, so I might just sort of use this guy for a couple weeks until that's the end of it, and then maybe I'll just go stoveless for the last 2 weeks or something. See how I feel. But the lady in the store was really nice. She's funny. I asked her if she knew anything about the trail and she's like, no. So we pulled up the map and just sort of looked at things together, and you know, she's like, yeah, just a long walk, go for it, have fun. She said there are some bears and regular wildlife. She said nothing out of the ordinary, so that was, I don't know, she seemed to think, not a big deal. So that was good. But so far, Slovenia is beautiful. Even just the airport was stunning, and the mountains look great. I'm not actually spending that much time here. It feels like a place I'm gonna wish I had more time in, I think, because the Via Dinarica only has like, I think 150 kilometers in Slovenia. Will not really take very long. That'll be like 5 days or something. So yeah, and then I'll be in Croatia. Crazy. I'm gonna get a couple of days of food, I think. I'm having such a hard time figuring out like how far away things are and where, you know, where I'm needing to camp. And in Slovenia, wild camping is illegal, but the people that I talk to who are from here are like, oh, just stealth camp. I'm like, I don't want to break the rules, but I think their number one thing they said was just make sure that you're not camping in a national park, because the fines are actually quite high for that. But they also said you can ask people to camp on their land and you probably have some luck, and so I really don't know. I might just have to wing it. Just walk until it's dark tomorrow and then just find a place to be. I don't know. This is gonna be an adventure. I have done some amount of research, but not as much as I would really like. Maybe, but also I've been finding the information quite difficult to acquire, so I don't know. It's gonna be one of those sort of figure it out as you go and hopefully not make big mistakes that ruin the whole thing or end up costing a lot of money. So we'll see. The first 5 days are in Slovenia, and so it might just mean I need to be a little tricky and then see what happens from there. I don't know. Okay, I am headed to the bus station to take a bus to the town where I'm starting the trail. So it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. The first bus of the morning is at 8:30. I should be at the trailhead at like 10 a.m. So, see how it goes. Okay, so I don't know. I pushed the stop button and then the bus didn't stop until like 2 kilometers later. So I don't know if I just didn't push it in time or I got the stop wrong. Google Maps has been a little iffy. But now I'm like a couple of kilometers away from where I need to be. So I'm walking up the highway to get there. So we're starting, it's happening. So the thing about this trail is it's much less well established and it's just less clear on where exactly things start and end and where they go. There are a lot of sort of different versions available. And some of the GPS tracks take you someplace and some of them take you a different place. And so I'm just piecing together my version of the beginning. So I'm following a woman named Ava, has some tracks that she has published, and so I'm following some of hers, some of the official Via Dinarica route. And I don't know, we're just putting it together. This is an experiment, so I'm curious how it's gonna go, really. I am just walking into Razdrito. I don't even know how to say the words, which is also part of the problem. But yeah, I don't know. We're doing a thing. It'll be fine. I feel like maybe the least prepared I've ever been going into a trail. Not for lack of trying, just for lack of being able to like find the information that I wanted. So whatever will be, will be. Mostly I just have to laugh about this entire thing. It's so funny. The beginning of a trail always feels like so silly because you're just like transiting to this arbitrary place to then start walking to another arguably arbitrary place. And yeah, until you're like really stuck in it, it feels very silly. But now that I'm walking and I have a direction to go, it's starting to feel good. I don't know, the whole thing is just very funny. Okay, now I think I actually have to go all the way up there, so that'll be fun. This is a good sign. This is more or less where I am aiming to get. Okay, I found signs of life. This is not the Via Dinarica, but that is because I'm not on it yet. But this sign to Nanos is where I need to go, so that's good. Okay, so we've made it to the trailhead that goes up to Nanos. It's like noon. Took a little longer to get here than I anticipated, but I found it. So that I feel like is already an accomplishment. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, my jet-lagged self has successfully traveled to a country I've never been to, navigated to a town I've never been to in a language I don't understand, found a trail I have never really heard of before, and I've successfully got myself to the start of this adventure. So that, you know, in and of itself is already an accomplishment. We can check that off the list. So I'm gonna sit here because I have a table and eat a little bit of lunch, drink a bunch of water because there's water right there, and then I think it's like 600 meters to get up there. So that's my afternoon. And then I will just basically hike as far as I can. I don't totally understand my options, but I think as I start hiking, that will become clearer. That's the plan, at least. I have some waypoints that I theoretically could make it to. It's really hard to tell how far away things are at the moment until I sort of like get a feel for it. So yeah, we're just gonna do it. It's just gonna be fine. It's a trail. I'm a hiker. We're gonna make it happen. Okay, we got first steps on the trail. It's currently still a gravel road, but we're headed to Albania. Hilarious. Hilarious. I am in Slovenia. I'm going to walk all the way to Albania. What a ridiculous thing to do. So I chose to take the short route, which means the steep route. So it goes up there. But it's really pretty so far. And I think the views from the top of this hike are going to be pretty spectacular. So it'll be worth it in the end. What a beautiful day. It's ridiculous. It's already so nice to be back on trail. I just love it. I am the only person out here as well, which is quite cool. I mean, it's like a Tuesday afternoon, so I suppose maybe that makes sense. Oh, this is a beautiful trail. Look at this. It's raining out there. And then over here, you can see the sea. Pretty cool. Nice little scramble to start the day. Look how pretty it is out here. And this is just day one. Just day one. I mean, we're starting pretty hot with a 600 meter scramble, but you know, why not? Why not? This isn't even like technically on the trail. I just wanted to hike it, so I added it. Anyway, I should probably use my hands now. Is a mountain hut. It's the first one I'm seeing. I don't know if it's open or closed or what. It looks pretty closed. But I'm gonna sit here for a second. This whole field smells like onions. It's nice. Look at that. That is a trail marker. Haha! That's the first trail marker I've seen, which is interesting because I'm not on the official route. I don't know. Anyway, that is that's the logo for the Via Dinarica, so that means I'm on the right path. Now, the question is, where will I end up today? It might be a situation where I end up in town, just like getting a bed somewhere, simply because of the nature of this section. And I want to make sure that I'm following the rules because, well, because I should be, you know what I mean? Like, yes, okay, theoretically you can stealth camp and maybe you get away with it and blah, blah, blah. But like, this isn't my land, it's not my country. And I'm, trying to be respectful of the rules and not just do what I want because it's more convenient. But we'll see if there's like a campsite or if there's like a situation where I can camp in someone's yard or whatever. I'm gonna keep my eyes open for opportunities and kind of see where we go from there, because I'm not, I'm just one day into this. No sense in getting a weird fine for stealth camping somewhere I'm not supposed to be on my first night. So, I can't tell you how happy I am to be here, though. It's so nice. I've been doing the pilgrimage in Japan and the bike trip, and as much as those are amazing, obviously I had a wonderful time. This is my true love. Wild trails and solo travel. Anyway, I'm a couple hours from a place called Stran. Again, we're just going with my North American pronunciations for these things because I have no idea how to say them in real life. I will learn as I run into people and I ask them questions. But I haven't seen anyone today yet, so it's been a very quiet trail. Kind of wild that there's just no one out here. It's lovely. Now this sign looks interesting. I'm definitely gonna have to go check that out. Hello. Hi. How are you? Hi. Hello. So I, didn't know where I was gonna sleep tonight, and I just, was like, I'm just gonna keep myself open to opportunities. So I saw this funny sign. I was a bit off the trail and it said like, oh, come rest, get some energy. And I was like, I don't really need a rest, but I'm so curious. I want to see. So I walk up and this woman's sitting in her cabin with her dog and her cat. And she says, come in, come in. I'm like, okay. So I come in and she goes, what do you need? Would you like a coffee? She makes me a coffee. Do you need dinner? Do you need to sleep somewhere? And I was, yes. So she has brought me to this yurt in this incredibly beautiful property. And I have no idea what's going on, but she said I could sleep here. So it was pretty great. I can't believe it. This wonderful woman, Nina, then proceeded to make me a salad straight from the garden and set me up in her yurt for the night. It was such a good sleep. This is just day 1 of this adventure, and I know there's so much more to come. So follow along and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of it.